Cove Creek. We're coming in from the Glencoe end of it, bring it into the river, we turn, goes back to the river.
We'll make a left here now.
Right below City Park. There's Cove, Big Wolf Creek in there, then up there. That spot up there. Coming up on Keelan's Island. Blues on both sides of it. We're over on the island off the roadbed at Greensport. I'm standing on the back side of this last island. These stumps, all this rocks. Showing these, this brush straight up from it. Somebody's put out there for a crappie hole. There's that point of the creek. Somebody got it marked, but that won't stay long. All right, just line that front of that tree up, all the way up to the fork, and go about 50 yards out. Start throwing for those there. Then back around behind it. There's a brush pile in the water. There's a brush pile in the water right there. Somewhere's put there for crappie fishing. My back is to a tree that's got a big hump on the bottom of it. Just line up with it and go straight out. Water drops off in the summertime. It should be about 10 foot deep, right, Clinton?
Yeah.
I'm still on this island out of Greenport where Clinton and I came out. There's a rock pile to my back is a pine tree directly behind me, and off to the right a little bit's a big hardwood. And these big rocks have got a bunch, a bunch of jigs and line and where people been hung. Right off above it is a brush, but it's not tied down, so it'll probably wash away when the water comes up. Direct across from it, off to the left where you come into there, is that dry place that Clinton and I have been looking at, is with the stumps and stuff all over it, where that little wet sump comes in. We need to fish that one. Out there off that roadbed, the roadbed comes between those two humps we're looking right there. I want to zoom in on them. Clinton and I are standing in a ravine up here. That roadbed's down in between that hump. Those two humps right there. It comes out, comes right out through here, along here, right there, right along right there is that, used to be a bridge or culvert. And where we're standing, what we're looking at is lining the corner of these two pavilions up right here. And we'll go straight to that culvert.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just go out till you find the two edges of the roadbed and you'll be able to find it. Coming out that roadbed, going out toward the river, right in front of Greensport Marina. It goes out there and takes a right bend.
Y'all have stumps out there.
Takes a right bend right there, those stumps, where it bends and goes back to the river. And that river hump out there that we fished, look on the edge of that river hump, Clinton. See them stumps?
That's a bird. That ain't coots, is it?
On the back side of that river hump.
Yeah, back this way, ain't
All right, along the back side of that river hump, back where the roadbed makes its bend back towards Greensport, or back towards the river. There's a hump right in there with those stumps on them. Yeah, out right beyond to the left where the roadbed goes back towards the river, there's more stumps on the edge of the river. We're looking at the river bank on the Greensport side. There's that flagpole. This is the slough that where Buck and I bought the lots out in Shoal Creek. We're right off the end of the point. Nick Greenhold's lot. Where we, that's across the slough over at the brush around that thing, and right out from the point, right along that edge, out from that point right there is brush. Bring it back in to give us a vocal point where we can start from, right along that point right there. But all the way out, that slough right there. Somebody's got some poles out in there. Along this edge of this bank where Obar and Clinton and I used the Carolina rig to fish those stumps. Caught some fish. The bank's bottom's real hard. We just got a viewpoint here. I'll back up. We'll back up in a minute and get us a line-up point. This is that same point where we're out here from it, where we bought them lots. We're coming out from that slough where Buck and I bought them lots. And come out of the little slough where Buck's lot was. Come out of the little slough, come out and just to the right of it, and you come off of them. Is that brush? Brush. We're up in Palmetto Creek, up to the point where we fished those the rock bank, right up through there, right up through there. We was looking for a place a man told us he caught a bunch of fish off them stumps. Well, we never did find them. Water down we found them. Start right there. And just turn and throw the other side of the creek bank. This is a high place, just to the mouth of Canoe Creek to the right. As you go into it, there'll be a rattle trap and crankbait fish. Just to show some idea of what's on it, where we can remember it. Goes out, starts at that boathouse that Clint and I went in, comes all the way down. The biggest majority of the stumps are on the river side of the hump.
It's liable to be kind of light rain, ain't it? Like snow.
Yeah, it comes in, it might be.
Well, it's pretty cool.
They said, my wife was uptown yesterday, and she said that,
That's the place we catch all of the crappie. Oh, bar, there's where them big spots come from, right there. All gone. This is where Palmetto turns in front of Pete's house, going back to Canoe Creek. There's the shallow stumps we fished right there on the point. Right there. Across a little ravine, another shallow point. Come across it to the point 3 points. We're going to have to line it up with that house, a tree on that apex of that house. This is the bank coming down Palmetto Creek, coming out. We make the turn at this stump, directly across from that bank right there, to this stump, and go straight to that house. Put the tree on the apex. You got it.
You know what's going.
This is the flat. After you come on the Palmetto Creek Bridge coming out, then we're all the way to the creek's always to the right. That's just where we come from. We was marking those stumps over on the edge of the Palmetto. Right there where it goes back into the creek. This coming out of just come up Mud Branch. I'm standing on the bank and just stay between those two pine trees. That pine tree. And the one back on the highway right there by the cupboard. Here's what's well, here's another. I'm getting low light now. Standing by, my back is to this island. I'm looking towards Clinton's. Those are stumps out there on that flat. Straight away, straight out.
That's before you get to the channel.
Yeah, there's Clinton's. And off to the left, those stumps. I'm scanning to the left in those stumps. There's the large stump that they couldn't cut. I can come directly back to this point from that large point, and I'll come across those stumps right there. Those stumps right there. Yep. We're down behind the little slough behind McIntyre Church. It comes out, there's a stump right in the middle there. There's brush all along the bank somebody's put in there. Right along that thing right there. Need to stay off the bank about good 40, 50 feet, don't you? Go down in front of the fence post and take a left, and there's where we come in on the the stumps and fish across from David's. Just to retract it from right there, come across here, turn and come back into this point right here. Right out from this point is a stump, a hump with some stumps on it. Across from where we came out of there and fished that, where we fished that, where that little thing comes in across there, right out straight across it is a hump with stumps all over it. There's a hump right there, and right across another hump. Now, Clinton, that's a creek. That's a creek channel. Right there.
Between them two humps.
Then right off the creek channel is a sandbar right across from it.
Yeah.
On the other side of the creek. All right, Clinton. Right there is that stump in the middle of the creek, and we're on this big. I got this big tree to our back.
Yeah.
And just go straight to that that first big tree past to the left of Raymond's brother's house.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
All three, just
Yeah.
straight forward.
And that bank right upside the creek. Right upside the creek, all them stumps. Then right out, come out of the creek, there's a hump, and come back over here some more stumps.
Yeah.
And come back where you're talking about, come back in that little slough right there.
Uh-huh.
There's a few more stumps.
Yeah, it's just a little, between them things there, just a little deep ditch, like.
Yeah.
You always just get in it and act down, so this way and back
Yeah.
up this way. I can see.
I might do it. I know where I'm losing it. Stand behind that bank. Huh? Yeah. See, I just losing it, see, right there where it comes through there. All right. If I'm going out to the creek and going towards Rich's, the big stumps, I'm going on out towards Rich's. There's Rich's house. Come across that hump where the big stump where we fish the crappie fish. And the thing turns back to the right and goes back out towards the point. There's those stumps we used to line up when we line up on that fence. Come across here. Line up them stumps. There's an L there where that bank cuts back. Come down through there. And the creek cuts right back through there. Believe it or not, it cuts right back through there.
Look at that turning toward Mincy's house.
Yeah. New channel just come to the edge of the creek. It don't, in front of Raymond's over there, it don't, it's over there some, but we got water running right now at this level right here, down to across this flat we used to call it. We come sort of angle right across there, come across towards this big tree laying down, and when you hop up on this side, you'll be on this side of Canoe Creek channel. And right behind you will be the stumps. I'm coming from the house, coming down the creek after I pass the marina. You can see the stumps on both sides. There's the weed bed, the stumps there. The stumps across the creek. They're right on the edge of the deep water. Cross over there. Use Judge Swan's house here for a vocal point for this, starting this one right here. Started his house, put your trolling motor down, and the stumps are on the right-hand side. Just stay in the deep water. Stay in the deep water. That's that point we fish over there on the left side of the creek going into from that old boat ramp right there out in the deep water. There's stumps. Use that ramp for a vocal point right there. Come straight out from that ramp
And start fishing.
to the across the creek. You'd have to come across the creek
Yeah,
channel.
come across it.
See, to the stumps right there. That point right there. Stumps out in front. That's in front of the marina, going down the creek. That's on the roadbed side, coming up from Canoe Creek Marina, up to those piers. Brush right there in front of that pier. Stump and brush. Boathouse. All the way up to the new pier coming across, all the way up to the trailer park. Then on Raymond's pier looking towards his brother's pier, back up the creek. Comes down, there's a pier. Stumps out on the edge of the creek. Turns and goes straight for a while, then turns, goes back. That's straight towards the point over there. It's the high place. Between us and the creek. Stumps all over it. Still standing on Raymond's pier, taking pictures down the creek. Left me his pier. There's the point. Straight across. Standing on David's pier, looking out the flat we used to line up with where the boathouse, the post on the door, that's the post on the door. This is down from it, from towards the little slough there at David's. And right behind, we never fished that right behind us right there. We're going to bring it back across where we can look back across the creek all the way on the St. Clair County bank. And pick up that last little cut. And come across and pick up them stumps. That little creek branch, wet branch turns, goes back towards the other bank. Over there. Turns and goes back to the culvert. We're standing on the bridge culvert, standing on this culvert coming down by David Fawcett's. Look at this flat out here where we were normally fish. Come in by that pier, right there on that bank, come across from them piers, turn, all them stumps in there. Christmas trees. We're standing on the corner of this covered boathouse across from Jack Spurlock's, looking straight into Jack's boat ramp. Zoom back in, there's a boat sunk right there. That's that point we've been fishing out from Jack's. Some brushway on it. Very few stumps out on the end of that thing. They're on the back side, a few on the back side of that point. But the big ones was right in the middle. All right, we're standing on the same pier where I just filmed that boat, sunken boat from Spurlock's, and I'm zooming in at the stumps we fished at the birdhouse and the
One's on
the flagpole.
right-hand side flagpole.
Right-hand side's the flagpole up on that shallow place, and those the birdhouse. You can't see that pier, boathouse from right now that's lined up on it, but we're going around there, we'll film the other side of it. We was filming over there when we stand on David's Fawcett's pier looking down the creek. Now while I'm standing on this same place looking out towards Clinton's house. Clinton and I standing here. There's Clinton, and we're looking straight at this boathouse. And if you did that, come across the creek, ain't that something, y'all? All right, we're sitting in the truck, but what we're doing is filming this high place out from this pier. The first pier past Jack Spurlock. That's the high place we want, right there, straight out from that pier to that point right there. Clinton, that is a long one, a lot longer than you think it is. We're on the pier, the first one. We was taking out of the truck there. The first pier past Jack Spurlock's. And we're looking straight across. Let me find it. We're looking straight across the creek towards Roberts. Come off this pier and go, what, 200 yards, Clinton?
Mm-hmm.
In that high place?
Yeah, if you hit the creek channel, you're too far.
Yeah. And what I'm showing you, what we're trying to film here, is how long that high place is.
Yeah,
You can see it.
Come all the way down.
Coming all the way down. We're still looking. There's the end of it. From there, go straight out to the creek. Then on this same pier, we're at the first one past Jack Spurlock. And we're coming straight back towards it. Going out towards the hump that we fish across from the flagpole. Look at the stick-ups there. 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 And there. Come to the bank.
Okay, I'm standing on Debbie's pier over here. And all these stick-ups right here are directly between this pier and Farrell's house over on the far side over there. If you'll just line up with Farrell's house and come straight toward this pier, off of this flat over here where we line up with the flagpole, there's a bunch of stick-ups there. Then those stick-ups, you just go on over probably to the next pier. We'll walk over there and then film it.
See that stick up right there?
Uh-huh.
That one.
Uh-huh.
If you get on that one right there and come straight down. Look out yonder. Look out yonder. Look on that second group out
I
yonder.
know what they everywhere out there, bro. Everywhere.
If you got on that boathouse on that pier right there, or this one, either one, went out there. If you got on that right there and went straight towards that blue house over yonder, way across the creek over there, and went straight to it. You come up on.
Come across. You don't think they'll show up on the depth finder?
I don't think so.
If you went real slow and looked at it
Well,
carefully.
you'll have to go slow.
Your graph, they may show up on the graph. I
Yeah.
don't know.
All right, I'm gonna bring that thing up one more time.
Maybe a logger come by. I don't know most of it.
Standing on Andy's pier, looking out towards the Palmetto Creek Bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, it is decent about some of that.
Right.
Big bums, come get one of them. Hey, you'll see.
On Andy's little pier on the Up Creek side. The birdhouse hole, we call it. Right behind it, the flagpole. It's pretty good long. What is it, Clinton? A couple of 100 yards?
Yeah, it's a long way.
Huh?
Yeah.
With stumps on both ends? Yeah. Starting at 134.18 on the camera. And I'm standing on Charlie Hall's pier looking back towards Bob's. That's that little cut comes across there, makes a turn. Right there's it horseshoes. Still looking. Turns and comes back in towards Charlie's pier, but it's about, what's that, Clinton? 40 yards out there. It goes into
All the way to the
right,
bank.
all the way into the bank, right in front of Carl's Pier, go down to Cowan's Pier, and turns back out, and comes back comes back out right through there towards that pasture fence, comes out to about 300 yards, makes another turn, almost makes a 90 right there, don't it? It cuts right back to the flat.
Turns and goes all the way back into the bank.
It turns and goes all the way back to bank. Right there, behind the, sure does, then turns and goes up, comes out behind Mitch's, comes in right there behind Mitch's and comes out, and it just stays pretty close to the bank. Comes out at one point there, 30, 40 yards, and goes right up the bank right there behind the ram.
There's some soft places when you walk around these banks.
Standing on Bob's new pier, comes straight out from his neighbors, come up to, comes at a small angle and goes back to where I started from Bob's, from Charlie's Pier. Come back into the bank. Comes straight out from Bob's Pier looking out. This portion of the film is just for Uncle Bob to get a picture of that bird standing on the.
Now, boy, you talking about fishing? Them suckers can fish. Yeah, they can.
Well, they're professionals. You got to understand. They either catch or they don't eat.
I pulled the bass out right in there.
Stand there for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, somewhere right in here, one of them, Mr. Ramsey, had one of them little kids' poles. I was just playing around, all I was doing, and I was going
Looking
down
toward
the
back
road
towards
one
the
day.
trailer park.
They was throwing a bunch of stuff away, and I seen a tackle box there, so I picked it up, and it
There's
was full of
the,
lures. So I was headed, that's Seven's kids' ride.
There's the
I
spring
was only about that
right
big.
there.
I just sitting out here throwing it in the water, you know. I didn't think nothing of it. About that time, old pole bent double, and about a 4 or 5 pound bass I pulled out right there.
Back towards the trailer park. There's those stumps coming up. That stump's coming up to that tree right there on that point, straight across to that trailer. Won't record though. Yes, recording. Standing at this tree, looking straight at that last trailer with them stumps up towards the spring, out that hump.